Alright, good afternoon everyone, and I hope you have a good time going through the Megaman X Engine tutorial number 0. We're going to get started off with a couple of disclaimers. First of all, this tutorial expects that you know how to use computers at least up to the point where you can go through different directories on your computer, because that's very important. And it also expects that you know how to program a little bit, because this is an engine and you need a program for the engine if you want anything to happen. So now that we got that out of the way, some of the places that you can ask questions for is on our Discord, which should be posted in the description of this video. You can use these videos. You should get a response from me if you post something in the comments. And you can go to the GitHub page for Megaman X Engine, and there is a wiki. Unfortunately, at the time of recording, I have not touched this wiki since the summer, and it is currently the winter. So a lot of this information is old, outdated, or possibly dangerous for your computer. So to start, we're gonna go over to the GitHub page. This link in the description should show you where you can get it. And I should have up on screen the button that you need to click and how you need to click it in order to download Megaman X Engine source code. You need the source code to make your own games using Megaman X Engine. Once you get the source code, stay in the GitHub page, because the GitHub page has a link to the specific GameMaker editor version that you need. Unfortunately, we had an issue upgrading GameMaker during development, so we have to stick to an older version in order for Megaman X Engine to work properly. Once you have all of that, I would recommend looking at Sprites Inc. That's a website with all of the Mega Man sprites from all the games. So it's really convenient if you want to grab an enemy from Mega Man X, or you want to turn it into Mega Man and Base. I know one of our team members wants to do that, so it's a good spot to get art from different games. Once you have everything downloaded, make sure that you install GameMaker. It should ask you a few setup questions, so don't set and forget. Once you open GameMaker properly, it should ask you to sign into your Opera GX account. Unfortunately, this is required because you need an Opera GX account to compile to literally anything. So go ahead and sign in or sign up, and then once you do that, you should be able to open up the Megaman X Engine project files, and you can go ahead and start looking around and just see what's there. As soon as you're familiar with the way that all the files are laid out in the project, go ahead and close the project, and then open up in File Explorer where the project is. You can do this through GameMaker if you really don't know where the file was downloaded to, but I would recommend that you know off the top of your head where your project files are, because you will return to these a lot during this tutorial and during the process of making a game. As soon as you've gotten all of that situated, you are now ready to start making a game using Megaman X Engine. Now I hope you have a good time, because this is just the video for setting it up. Next video on my list right now is making a level, which should be nice and easy and a very good starting point for anyone. So I will see you in a minute or a year, I don't know. Bye!